for the fourth time in a month. It's the underway in OKC. Spurs win the
tackle and finish. Something you rarely see from the Thunder defensively.
Everybody in the crowd and Reggie Miller on their feet before this first Thunder bucket, as struggles for the Thunder have been in large part because of their poor shooting, especially from the outside.
The success of the Thunder last year on their way to their first championship and what they've done to start the season when they went 24-1. Spurs haven't turned the ball over in the 3 games that they've faced this OKC team.
And everybody sat after the 2 free throws. I was curious whether it was field goal or points. The 2 points on the board, everybody back on their seat. And now here we go. The matchup we've been looking forward to has been Wembanyama against Holmgren. A lot of history between the two. Wemby goes right to work. Oh! Victor Wembanyama starting out with a bang.
I mean, how do you defend that length, Noah? That is ridiculous.
You pray. Williams too strong, and Wemby clears. Yama's minutes still on somewhat of a restriction, about 28 a night. Going right to work, spray it out. Barnes in and out. Rebound. Wemby got a hand on it, claims it. He's fouled. Did he call glass? How does that work?
Wow.
To the free throw line where Wembanyama shoots it at 85%. Missed 12 games in mid-November. Back to their youth careers with their national teams, and he said, as far as basketball goes, he can't touch me.
Shots fired. That's what that is, my friend. Shots fired. But he has the bling bling at the end of the day.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander using the body. Castle got a steal.
Not only did he get a steal, great defense there by Castle, not going for the SGA fake.
Champagnie can't hit the 3, and the long rebound track down. Gilgeous-Alexander, 31.9 points per game, second in the NBA. He's first in clutch points despite barely playing 4th quarters this year. Smart double by San Antonio. Aaron Wiggins getting the start for the injured Lou Dort. Wide open, Cason Wallace. Knocks down the 3.
That's great there by Wiggins.
Castle.
Penetration created that 3.
Around it goes. Wembanyama thought about it. Now it's Castle. Lob it inside. Oh! Wemby's done it again!
How about the pass?
And Wemby just pointed towards the heavens, the second
of the give and go, my friend.
That's the give and fly. Use every bit of that 8-foot wingspan. Gilgeous-Alexander, and again, good tight defense. The physicality through this game from both of these teams. Wembanyama already setting the tone early. Castle looking to work against the MVP. Now Fox will try. Neither of these teams have shot it well from deep as of late. Bottom 5 over the last month or so in 3-point shooting. San Antonio 0 for 3. Oklahoma City 1 for 1. Perfect defense by Wembanyama. 10 to shoot now for Wiggins. Tries to get inside. Bounce it. The cutter is Williams.
That's twice. Aaron Wiggins has done a dribble penetration and finding cutters for the Thunder.
Jalen Williams still not 100%, as that's going to be an
J-Dub with the cut. But again, 2 early assists here for Wiggins in place of Lou Dort in the starting lineup.
J-Dub again. Remaining aggressive, had it erased, but a goaltend. Wemby Jalen Williams, we've seen him turn up the aggression offensively, trying to attack the rim over the last 5 games. 16 drives per game, as he still tries to find his rhythm after multiple wrist surgeries. The spin, Wembanyama could not finish. Holmgren there affecting it.
Defenders on Victor, Chet, J-Dub, and that was Wiggins.
Don't see him miss from getting very often. Castle looking to push the pace. Go right into Wallace. Hangs, no, but a foul. And Wallace is going to pick it up. That'll be his second.
Well, something I've loved. The start
pregame about having to monitor throughout the game to make sure he has enough at the end. He's going to check out just over 4 minutes in, 4 minutes and 5 seconds into this game. Luke Cornett on the floor.
And the Spurs here.
5 points, 3 rebounds from Wembanyama. Cason Wallace stays out with the 2 early fouls, playing without Lou Dort with a calf injury, and Devin Vassell missing his 8th consecutive game for San Antonio with an adductor. Here's Holmgren on the outside, goes to work on Cornett. Stops, Cornett cuts him off. 8 to shoot for SGA. Castle's been locked in defensively early. SGA says, I don't care.
Look, you can't play dead there on SGA. That's just great offense and balance by the reigning MVP.
Castle, swing, Champagny. Cornette with the offensive board. Castle will load it up and knock it down.
And that's all Cornette right there, keeping the ball along. Leads to a wide open three.
And Williams on the cut. Instead, it's going to be Wallace on the drive. Spray, Williams, attack the closeout. Williams cannot finish.
We are seeing some outstanding individual defense here to start this ball game.
Champagny, that was basically a pass. Cornette couldn't finish it initially. Second, third, final chance goes down. And a timeout by Mark Daignault as he's frustrated with that defensive rebounding. And yeah, Luke Cornette, you could bark a little bit. That was a dog-like play. But they were 10-4 without him. And Mark Daignault really felt like that was a reason that they came in and played with more wisdom and confidence, the two major factors that he feels like builds great teams. That's what this guy plays with. A lot of wisdom from his overall.
This is his 9th start of the season. 8 starts this season, averaging 15.6 in those starts.
And a steal, Caruso right on the floor, has the swipe, can't score. Barnes, Dylan Harper and this San Antonio offense looking to take advantage of the miss. Keldon Johnson on the floor as well. In the corner, it's Barnes. And everybody on this team just talked about the overall era of confidence that comes with Williams. He can pick and pop, just can't hit this time. Johnson nearly had it knocked away by Wiggins out of bounds. Oklahoma City. SGA, 1 for 3 to start this game. Trying to find that spot in the mid-range. He'll rise, in and out. Long rebound, another chance. Mitchell secured. Gilgeous-Alexander attacks, kicks. Williams, another chance.
Well, you mentioned to shoot the basketball from that three-point line.
In the low 30s percentage-wise. Skip it for Waters. Harper, he'll tee it up. And hit. A 3.
19% over the last 11 games from 3. 5 of 26.
Wiggins dumping inside. Williams with a strong finish. Five assists on 6 made field goals for Oklahoma City. We're all even. Cornette, leave it for Johnson. Curls around, lob it inside. Cornette can't do the rest, but he's fouled as A.J. Mitchell just did whatever he could in favor of Oklahoma City. They dominate in those turnovers as we check in with Zora.
Well, it's definitely not a rivalry then if we're talking about that.
I mean, leave it to the Vanderbilt guy, right?
Is
Come
he
on.
bringing in Shakespeare?
Sharks?
Look, I don't think this is a rivalry yet because you've got to face one another in the playoffs, and there's got to be a history of that. You know, you and I, we talked about that. To me, this is like big brother versus little brother. Little brother is getting the best of, you know, the little nookies on the head. And I think big brother's getting annoyed right now.
Do you have a lot of nanas in your house
I have
right now?
2 older brothers and an older sister that did a lot of that.
Quarter. J-Dub back out there along with Casey Wallace, Isaiah Joe, A.J. Mitchell, and Chet Holmgren. Castle, Fox, Wemby, Barnes, and Champagny, the starting 5 backed in by Fox. Wembanyama right at Holmgren again. Stop, spin, that's ridiculous.
He's making a point to go right at Chet anytime. He's making it personal.
Holmgren right back to Mitchell. Pump, drive, gets in the paint. Outside for Wallace. Fox collecting. San Antonio 39% from the floor. 2 for 12 from three-point range in that first quarter. Outside it's Castle. And again, here's the matchup. Wembanyama with Holmgren. Dancing with it. Wemby goes to work. He's just going to put it up. Off the heel into the... Williams on the outside. Working on Barnes. Step away. Mitty doesn't get the roll. He's got 7 points and 4 rebounds. Long strike. They're trying to yam it on him again. Just lost on the way up. Thought he was fouled. It's a 5-on-4.
You wonder if Chet got his hand on that or something.
Well, here is Holmgren. Just lost it. Got the matched up on this end. Now can Holmgren return the favor? And Wemby's going to call for the foul.
I like it, Chet. Go right back at him.
For itself. But we're seeing this clearly. Victor Wembanyama taking it personal. Ball movement leads to Mitchell in the corner.
as a team here for the Thunder from 3.
Castle gets inside, and did they count the bucket? They certainly called the foul. And it'll be 2 free throws.
Let's see if he hit the backboard first, though.
The more important factor right now is Seasson Wallace just picked up his 3rd personal foul. Just 2 minutes into the 2nd quarter, already playing without Lou Dort. And now Wallace in foul.
Seasson Wallace is the 3rd youngest player on this Thunder team. He's war tested. He's going to leave him on the floor here.
23 grab. Finished 6th in the NBA in steals last year. He's always one of the leaders in deflections in the league. And now Henrik Williams looks like he'll go to the scores table, but it doesn't matter as J-Dub gets all the way to the rack. The inside hand finish, and then the turnover went off of Castle's foot. Up ahead for Joe. Good recovery by Barnes. Slow it down in the half court. Mitchell has been a godsend this year for Oklahoma City. Been essentially a 4th-star scorer for this team. Step away jumper, no for Holmgren. Champagny. Now it's Fox. Shimmy shake, gets right down Main Street for the bucket. Timeout, Mark Daignault. Shannon.
The words to this stuff, Johnson told me the guys are singing these jams loud, okay? Air, microphones, and all.
Wembanyama singing some sweets for you, Morocco, back in the day.
A lot of MJ.
That would make sense.
A lot of MJ and Prince.
AJ gets the deuce and the...
Second-year player out of Santa Barbara.
Mark Daignault said he just doesn't know how many guys that age could operate as smoothly on a great team like this the way that AJ Mitchell does off the bench. Wembanyama is a force right now with the ball. Williams stayed with him, and Wemby knocks it 3.
Took his time, got into the body and chest, and then used that 7'4" frame to shoot over him.
On the probe, stepped out of bounds. Williams turns it over.
He's got to bring the fight right back to Victor. Look how Victor's being so aggressive down low.
Champagny, bottom.
But it's created Victor suck the defense in.
Williams driving kick. Holmgren, only 2 shot attempts in about 10 minutes of action. Williams, long strides, got the bump on his way. Wembanyama is now up to 10 minutes, 9 points, 4 rebounds. Picked very similarly for Victor, 1st overall. Chet, 2nd overall behind Paolo. International play. Now it's Jalen Williams matched up with Wembanyama off the ball. Shading Isaiah Joe nearby. Wemby got the advantage. He'll go right to work. Lobbed it towards the rim. Good defense in the open court. What pass to Joe for the slam. A.J. Mitchell put it on a rope. Timeout. Sent it on the floor. Wembanyama's played 10 minutes in this 1st half. Castle's out there. He'll rise and come up short, but he was fouled. Jalen Williams trying to stick with him. And Castle will get 2 free. 3 for 10. It's a great atmosphere here in Oklahoma City. During the timeout, you could really feel the energy.
This song was, if it wasn't a rap song or Lil Durk or...
You were more looking than maybe find an amendment to that one. Either way, Oklahoma City trying to ride off the energy the crowd has provided. Once again, a clear advantage. Isaiah Joe attacks, kicks, Williams 4 to shoot. Out of bounds.
Locked in, this Spurs team has been at the defensive end. Here's a zone now by the Thunder.
Inside out, back out. It's Harper on the relocation. And Cornette couldn't stick it back.
Again,
6 of them already for Luke Cornette. Spin for Holmgren. He's fouled by Cornette.
Thank you. 2 important, 2 and for Cornette. One of the big free agent signings for this Spurs team. And again, when Victor was out of the starting lineup, it was Cornette. You could just plug him in, you don't run any plays, and you see the impact he's having, especially on the
of his career, a guy who was just struggling to get himself full-time out of the G League initially and has become a high-impact player on both ends of the floor. As that one, they're out rebounding Oklahoma City 18-14. Johnson, guarded by Kenny Hustle. Spin, float, got it. Keldon Johnson with a tough 2.
Finishing double-figure scoring for the 6th straight season. Talk about a guy understanding his role.
Off the side of the backboard for J-Dub. Castle on the open floor. Harper, extra, Johnson. Weak side rebound to Williams.
shooter in terms of percentage on the San Antonio team, and none of these shots have been close from three for Johnson.
Another turnover. Harper spin, got past Williams, saved it in time. Barnes will drive, and Barnes will finish. Didn't look.
This has been a long wait over there on the sideline for SGA. Long break. Williams
Finds Mitchell on the outside, who's been quiet so far early. He can get loud in a hurry. Mitchell right to work. Doesn't get the roll. Fournette had the Johnson and Harper the 5 for San Antonio. This is going to be a foul before the ball was in, so this should be an away from the play foul against Keldon Johnson. And it will be one
floor. A guy averaging 30 points.
Uh-oh.
And you're going to run to the free throw line.
It's at the line, SGA 89, and SGA says 2 is better than 1.
Who was inbounding the ball and made the play? Caruso.
Harper, screen from Fournette. Looks to get downhill. Johnson will keep trying. And a rebound of Williams for 4. He's made his last 5. He's up to 15 first half points in 13 minutes. Pick and pop, Jay Will. Submission for the three-point contest on All-Star Saturday night here tonight. A combined 6 for 27 from three-point territory. Johnson, bounce, Cornet, a lot of contact, no foul call.
Got to call something on that. That was way too much contact.
Williams attacks. Trying to get a little ink. Fox. Caruso just moves his feet so well. There was no space for Fox to work with. A reset for Harper. Rejects the screen. Uses the speed. Gets the rim. He couldn't finish, but he's fouled.
Obviously, he'll be voted in. But Chet's got to be thinking, I got to make that all-star team. You can't come out and lay an egg like you did in this first half versus competition like victory. You've got to rise to the occasion.
Williams gets the bucket to get the scoring started in the second half. Wembanyama had 12 minutes at the half on Sunday, and he finishes on the third. I actually never believed that the Fantastic Four was real, as Williams gets another bucket on the float. But the way his arms can stretch just defies all laws of physics. They're going to get it to him on the post. Double comes, and he doesn't care.
And not only did the double do anything about it.
With a 7'6" wingspan. All alone, Seasson Wallace for 3. Well, the third quarter,
it's been
day against Miami. Oklahoma City really blew it open in the third quarter. 39-26 advantage in that quarter. San Antonio battling bucket for Fox.
If you're Mitch Johnson, that's a welcome sight right there with Fox knocking down that 3.
Wade had as much as a 19-point lead on Sunday at Minnesota. Eventually lost 104-103. They're trying to have a better second half, and this shooting's going to help. Stephon Castle
for the 3, and this time Fox returns the favor and finds Castle.
Pump, SGA, lobbed it for Hart.
Okay.
Man, Holmgren does the rest. That was a no.
You know, it could be plays like that that could get Chet going.
Wembanyama had a little bit of an opening. Fox couldn't find him in time. Instead, Barnes short, weak side rebound. Wemby brings it down. OKC wanted to travel, gets it back out for Champagnie. Now it's Castle on the attack. Swing, Barnes another chance, and he's short. 3 over the previous 7 games, was 37% on the season. Gilgeous-Alexander outside Wallace. Wembanyama had the closeout. Wembanyama lost his footing. Now Wiggins looking to take advantage, and does.
Yeah, he recognized all the way to the cup. There's no one there to protect the rim.
Castle, a blur to the bucket, had it stripped by Wiggins. Turnover forced by this Thunder team. Does it better than anybody in the NBA. Holmgren stop, feed, Williams back out. Gilgeous-Alexander, the cross, the drive, and he's fouled. He's holding that ankle. Takes an extra beat before he gets up.
This shot, that's a pass. That was nowhere even near the rim. You think it was a shot?
I would tell you that
well, that was definitely a pass by SGA to Chet.
As Gilgeous-Alexander for this team, and they put the ball in his hands much more often this year. He's rewarded them with high-level play. Swing, swing. Barnes keeps firing a little too strong this time.
Still struggling.
Bounce, Williams to the rim. Timeout, Mitch Johnson. Largest lead for OKC. It's an 8 in clutch scoring, despite playing the 5th fewest clutch games in the league. As Wembanyama floats, no. Holmgren, San Antonio. It's an 8-0 Oklahoma City run. SJ's looking for more. He banked it home. Plus the foul. Creativity from the MVP. It was third on De'Aaron Fox. And with that, 20 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 111. Considering now only 15 games behind the Big Dipper. Fox kept his dribble alive, trying to get past Holmgren. Fox will fire. Money.
Need it. Stop the bleeding a little. See now if they can get back to their defensive principles.
16 for Castle. Just feels like SGA's in complete control right now. Oh, the fend off. Wembanyama goes down, and they're going to call the offensive foul, but Wemby is in real pain, holding that right knee.
Now, was this knee to knee?
Expect him to come out anyway.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that knee injury. Now you stiffen up over there on the sideline.
Fox, that was pretty.
This is who I want to see get going. De'Aaron Fox, instant offense here.
Only 5 field goal attempts so far. He's got 7. Holmgren lost his footing. Fox gambled, and he's going to be called for his 4th personal. 6-point game, under 7 to play in this third quarter. Wiggins gets around Barnes. Had it knocked away by Cornette. Forced the turnover. Here comes Castle. Eyes up. Harper in. Castle attacks and finishes, plus the foul.
Response here by the Spurs for San Antonio.
This team for San Antonio still wildly young. Certainly you put the two blossoming into a star in front of our eyes. Gilgeous-Alexander feeds the outside around the horn for Wiggins. Guarded by Harper. Now 10 to shoot for Williams. Gets past Harper and sneaks it through.
See, that can't happen. That's got to be a switch up top. If you're Williams to turn the corner and then started playing defense.
Harper reads off the screen. Champagnie 3 short. Midway through the third. Gilgeous-Alexander just sensed the contact from the rookie and draws the foul. They're going to call it on the floor. So far tonight, he's got 11 shot attempts. He's knocked through 7 of them. It's already 14 fouls for San Antonio. Oh, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had Cornette lost in the sauce. 22 for SGA. Lead back up to 8. Keldon Johnson on the curl. The sidestep strips. Wiggins with another one. The quick hands.
Cornette.
SGA. Jay Will's 3. He drills it. French vanilla. Cornette and Wembanyama on the floor together. That's going to be stripped out of bounds off Castle. But now can they lock in defensively? The Thunder have found their offensive rhythm. Williams on the fend off. Caruso on the outside. Up ahead from Wembanyama. They'll attack right on Williams. He goes down hard. A lot of contact, no foul. Bounce at Caruso. Lob it for Williams. Missed it. Wiggins on a second chance. And
Blitz here by the Spurs.
Castle coast to coast. And a block by Williams. It has gotten physical in the third, and the Thunder have turned up the heat. 4:20 to play. Off the screen. SGA snakes and scores.
He can get that shot anytime he wants and roll, so he's getting right to that free throw line.
It's a 9-0 run, looking for more. It's Williams with a swipe and the slam.
Well, the answered with a 7-0 run, only to be countered by OKC's 11-0 run.
Harper fend off. SGA got a piece. Gilgeous-Alexander all the way is fouled. SGA and J-Dub, 19 combined points, make it 20 in this third quarter. And J-Dub now on the bench for OKC. A.J. Mitchell and Kenrich Williams out there with Jalen Williams, as well as Caruso and SGA. Wembanyama calling for it. Now he's got it with 9 on the clock. Going Gonna go to work against this zone. 5 to shoot. Wembanyama is fouled. 18-point game now. The Spurs are the only team in the NBA with a 500 record when trailing after 3. They're 7-7. But Oklahoma City this season, 29-2.
Third quarter scoring teams in the association, and that was on full tilt tonight.
Barnes, good defense, fourth quarter. We'll see if Oklahoma City can cruise to the finish with him on the bench. Again, he's hadn't had to play a large portion of fourth quarters, and his running mate is looking like his old self tonight. J-Dub gets into the paint, spray it out, open man, it's Joe, it's a 3.
And again, the recipe in the or 2 in that paint to collapse this defense. And now the Thunder starting to find that outside shooting.
Champagnie on the fend-off. Barnes with 5 to shoot. The defense has been turned up several levels in this second half. Waters knocks it down. He is familiar with the
Victor.
Here is Wembanyama. Rise. No. Another foul call, and Wembanyama is holding his ankle.
Think about this.
At the charity stripe as a team. You're learning about yourself as you go, as a team. Goes back to what Mark Daigneault told us, as Wemby misses the second.
Over the last month to them. And, you know, J-Dub talked about the humility, you know, going out, oh, look at this.
And it's going to be a goaltend. The humility, privilege to feel like you're getting the best out of everybody. He said, if you respond the correct way, and it makes you better every single time out there. Holmgren with a block, Wemby with a follow. Your way through it, you can get stronger, but you have to learn your lessons along the way. It's a great example on the fly of Oklahoma City learning their lesson.
Foul there on Chet.
And it's going to be a turnover number 10 for the Thunder.
Side L.
Harper tees it up and knocks it down.
A question for the Spurs now. A little over 8 minutes left here, just to try to chip away at this.
Mitchell, guarded by Champagnie, cross, the bump, the lay, no, and another offensive foul. Castle on the drive. Holmgren got a piece, and a foul on the loose ball. This is a chippy fourth quarter so far. Castle feeling the effects as Joe dominoed over to a statement victory. Can they find their way back in to make this just interesting in the waning minutes? As that's going to be a foul off the ball going up ahead for Harper. Wemby running with him. Harper, turn on the Jets. Find the cutting. Johnson for 2.
Down to 15 here. A lot of time here for your psyche if you're the Spurs.
Kick out. Johnson, 3. Splash! A 14-2 Spurs run. SGA at the scorer's table will check in next dead ball. Offense has gone stagnant right now for Oklahoma City.
And if I'm Miss Johnson, I got to think about getting Victor out. See if we can get him back, if we can close this some more.
Mitchell got the bump. And he's going to get Houston to take on the Rockets at 7:30, and then the Knicks in.
Mitchell now has scored 10-plus points now in 33 of 39 games.
J. Mitchell only 11 games in double figures last year. Fox lost it. Get on the deck to it. Wallace ties him up. It's a jump ball. Pump. Williams drive. Williams had a block, but a foul on Champagnie. He had cruel intentions going to the rim. Instead, he's going to go to Olympics, NBA All-Star Weekend, all coinciding.
Yes.
It is a good time.
You tuned in to NBC Peacock.
Castle, whip around, Champagnie drive, Champagnie, a lot of contact, and the foul called on Williams. So San Antonio.
Down on the Riverwalk, February 4th.
Offensive rebound taken out of the hands of Johnson.
And SGA on the floor at the same time. Takes his handle of the basketball.
Gilgeous-Alexander, step back. 5 minutes to play. The San Antonio have one final push in them. Champagnie, dump off for Cornet. Jay Will thought he was fouled on the momentum. And it's good. Now 11 of 35 from three-point range as Gilgeous-Alexander was hit. And Oklahoma about what their shot quality has been like over the last stretch of games as SGA. They were losing. They went that 6-6 stretch over 12 games. They just weren't making their opening against Miami on Sunday, 124-112, where they really found that rhythm in the second half. It was a great example of it. And you could certainly argue that tonight
might be his first of the evening. And he's second in terms of steals, and down to at least 6 of those, where it's going to be a make or break for their season.
Well, the Spurs get to go back home for 3 after this one. Oklahoma City has a 4-game road trip. Houston, Miami, Cleveland, and Milwaukee.
Yeah, we're going to find a lot about this OKC team who's been great on the road. Uh-oh. SGA, Castle kind of getting into it here.
It's going to be double technicals. And no harm, no foul when it's all said. Dagnall, who is a student manager under Jim Calhoun, learned a ton of how to lead a group of men as the Aaron Fox rattles home a triple.
This is for him, playmaker.
And how about Victor Wembanyama back at the scores table with 2:37 to play in a 14-point game. Hot potato finds Caruso for 3. And Mitch Johnson will take the time. That was not a landing space foul because it was not deemed a reckless closeout. Caruso just went right into the Wemby body and got the bucket
Side of whomever he plays against.
Champagny, he's got that trigger coming back. This is a 16-point game, and both of these teams are still giving max, which...
Come on, man, you're 31 years old. And for the Thunder as well. Caruso with 11.
34, 5, and 5 for SGA. And that's an offensive foul on Harper. December 13th. And the defending NBA champions played like it, especially in the second half here tonight. Mitchell turns the corner. It's a 3.
Great.
And it was shipped
Point to Wiggins.
He really does have a ton of skill as Harper pulls, can't hit on the pull-up. But 6 rebounds and 4 assists tonight, 29 minutes. Didn't feel like he forced anything. Came up big on both ends of the floor at times. Oh, he lost Harper. Around for Joe. Can he complete the highlight? Yes, sir.
And the hockey assist goes to A.J. Mitchell because
the cherry on top to a perfect second half performance from the Oklahoma City Thunder. McLaughlin short. Bodies hitting the OKC. 33-4 against everybody else. They were 0-3 against the San Antonio Spurs coming into tonight. And whatever demons might have existed, completely gone after this second half performance. Wiggins, rebound, and they can start to play the music here at Paycom Center. Don't stop them now. The 4-7 with an emphatic 119-98 victory.
you talk about answering the bell, the champs. They've been hearing it all. The Spurs had their number. And Wembanyama was the great equal.